Welcome to another episode of Big Trouble in the Little Podcast. I'm Andy.
Jazz.
I'm Joe Dubs.
I'm Zach.
This is week 2 of Star Trek month. Again, our annual tradition of watching lots of episodes of Star Trek from different series in no particular order. This week I chose the episodes, and I chose, as usual, DS9 episodes, Deep Space Nine. I used to flip-flop all the time on whether or not Deep Space Nine or Next Generation is my favorite. It's Deep Space Nine. Like, rewatching these episodes, I'm like, oh, I like this even more now that I know the whole series. But yeah, the last few years I've chosen, like, I was like, oh, I don't want to choose that episode. It's got spoilers in it. I don't want to choose those episodes because they're like too serious. They're like, no one will know the characters. That's whatever. It's been a couple years now. Gloves are off. Just spoiler episodes. These are all from season 6, which is the next to last season of the show. I chose Waltz, In the Pale Moonlight, and Far Beyond the Stars, which I just said them in not their airing order, but I think that's the order they're best watched in. Did you guys watch them in that order, or did you watch them regular order?
That's the order I watched them in. The order.
Yeah.
But
Okay, cool. Well, then
I assumed you had a reason, so that's why I went that way.
It's Far Beyond the Stars. I just feel like stands on it. Like, I didn't want to split the other 2 episodes up with Far Beyond the Stars. Basically. But anyway, Waltz is first. I mean, I know you guys already knew plenty about Sisko, but did you know much about Gul Dukat?
Not that much.
No, not enough. Again, enough that I knew that by the end, okay, he must be very bad, and then through the other endeavors I took, I got to know him more.
Yes. No, he's one of the best written characters in the whole damn show. Well, mostly. They kind of fumble it at the 5-yard line with him, in my opinion. But this is season 6, so this is like the best part of his development. And unfortunately, you didn't get everything else. You didn't see all the stuff with his daughter and all his like kind of redemption arc, but not really. A bunch of weird stuff happens with this character. But basically, he's going to prison. Or no, he's going to an arraignment so that he can be tried as a war criminal is what it is. And the ship crashes, and then it's just him and Captain Sisko stuck in a cave. And Gul Dukat's insane and has lost his mind, is the plot of this episode.
Clearly.
What did you guys think about this episode in a bubble? Like, not having all the context leading up to it.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, was like it's followable. Like, you understood what was going on, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I remember this character. I don't know that much about him yet. I knew he was like a bad guy,
He's just
more
evil.
or less.
Evil general guy. Yeah.
I'll admit, whenever he first came up, I didn't know specifically if he was separate from the Cardassian on the ship regularly, which is Garak. And it again, not initially, but then I realized it. I was like, oh man, wait, wasn't he like with the crew? Because like he was acting kind of friendly. And then I realized later, oh, this is a different character. And even then, it didn't really matter. It's like, okay, I don't know any backstory, but they give you enough within the frame of the story. Okay, he's clearly done something bad. They kind of reference like, okay, a tragedy happened. This led to some unraveling. They give you this cool beat where they seem like they're kind of getting along, but Sisko's, very guarded, and then you also notice in the background that Gul Dukat's lying the whole time because he's actually also hallucinating and talking to people who aren't there. And I think that, again, I thought the episode is really interesting, and by the end, like, it's very clear, okay, this character is one of, if not the major villain of the series.
At this point, he is. Like, the Dominion is, the bad guys, like this huge multi-racial like army. But Gul Dukat has been the villain throughout. Gul Dukat was in charge of the occupation of Bajor and Deep Space Nine right up until the beginning of the show. Like, because the Cardassians leave, and basically the Federation comes in and it's like, hey, do you want some help with this? And that's season 1 and 2 is Bajor is like, do we want to join the Federation? I don't think we want to join the Federation, but the Federation is like hanging out and kind of taking over the space station and helping. Question mark mostly.
Yeah, yeah. What's this? And then of course you get the wormhole and that whole thing.
Then when they discover the wormholes there, it's like, oh, this is like one of the most important places in the entire quadrant.
Damn, I got spoiled. I didn't know there was a wormhole.
And it's in the first episode.
Yeah, it's the first episode.
Oh, okay. I didn't get spoiled then.
I mean, that's why, like, in the next episode, you hear about prophets. You hear prophets a lot in the next episode.
The prophets live in the wormhole. It's
also they show a wormhole in the intro. I just thought it was like, look at our cool CGI effect. There's just a wormhole there. That's all I thought it was.
The wormhole.
It is a very important plot point within the series. Like the entire reason, like they set the pilot to then say, okay, this is why this is important and why the space station's where it is because of the wormhole. So
at this point in the series, I think it's the season finale of season 5. The Federation is losing the war, and they lose Deep Space Nine to the Cardassians and the Dominion. Like they evacuate Deep Space Nine at the end of season 5, and that's the season cliffhanger is that they have to retreat. And then season 6 is them coming back and like retaking it and trying to, fight the war. But obviously, during these episodes, things aren't going great.
Yeah. Because they got bombed out of the fucking sky, and then they're trapped in like this cave area. Is that where they're at?
Unfortunately, it's 90s Star Trek. If they're on an alien planet, conveniently, it either looks exactly like Southern California or a forest, or it's a cave. That's kind of all they got.
and it's always hospitable. That is the most important thing.
Yeah, it's always good. We don't have to wear stupid bullshit this whole time. We can just use boom mics. I mean, breathe oxygen.
But I want to hear from Chaz and Zach on this episode because me and Andy watched the series. So
right.
Oh, don't worry. I'm in progress. Spoilers.
It'll be even better if you watch the whole series up to Waltz and then watch it again, having taken in Gul Dukat's whole story.
Oh no, I'm excited too because I think it's funny. You took the gloves off, and that's what it did to push me enough to watch it. Because especially the next episode we'll talk about. Just again, I just took enough of this in and said, "Fuck it, I'm watching this. This show's great." But you get a lot of Sisko's character. Just again, Sisko is so smart with how he like converses with others to manipulate them to say what he wants to hear, but also is in equal parts very stubborn. He's just so good at turning a conversation in a way to get where he wants to go. And you see that some with this. Like he's manipulating it even if Gul Dukat thinks he is. And again, he's injured. He's literally the one kind of like controlling how things are going. And part of this is because Gul Dukat's unraveling mentally and is fixated on getting Sisko's respect. But at the same time, like Sisko's physically injured. He easily at any point could have killed Sisko and left it as is.
Yeah.
But
that's not what he wanted. Like he's he's a crazy person. He needs Sisko to say, "No, I respect you, brother,"
and then I kill you. Right. It's exactly it. But he won't give him the satisfaction. He knows that like pretty much right away. Like, okay, something's up. So he's very resourceful in that way. So I very much enjoyed seeing how this episode played out. Of course, Gul Dukat gets away, and that's a big point I imagine for later in the series.
He comes back. Don't you worry.
I figured as much.
He comes back in a very unexpected way in the final season. It's very strange. I have mixed opinion about it, but that's not what we're talking about. Obviously.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, one thing I did like about this too is, and not just this, but all three of the episodes you chose is, I think every other episode we've watched of DS9 has focused on other characters largely, or like Sisko's clearly in it, but it's not a.
I'm not choosing story themes. I'm choosing character themes, and the character this time was Sisko, obviously.
I'm very glad you did, because that's what convinced me to watch the show, because his character is so interesting and awesome, and I've not even watched but like a fraction of this series already, and I'm already like, is he my favorite character in all of Star Trek?
He's great. Yeah, I love him.
To give context for Zach, since Chaz started the show, Cisco's been in 2 wars in this series. Like he just got off of the Borg War, where like literally his whole crew like almost fucking got killed. And then
that's the introduction to Cisco. I can't remember if it's in.
It's literally the first 5
It's
minutes.
the first episode. Okay, because he's talking to Picard. And he's like,
And he
"Oh,
hates
actually,
him.
we've met before." And Picard's
Dude,
like, "Oh, we have."
that
He's like, "Yeah, we met
conversation-
at Wolf, whatever, like the battle where he was Locutus of Borg." And
That-
Picard's like, "Oh shit."
That conversation,
and he like is responsible for, I think, killing his wife.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
mhm.
And it's like, oh shit. And then like there's a very, very cold conversation between them, and then Picard leaves, and they leave it at that. They never
Yeah.
like reconcile. He never like saves Picard's life, and they're best buddies. That never fucking happens.
That's not totally fair. That's not totally fair. Okay, so first off, that conversation is insanely tense. Like it's so cold. It's like, oh fuck, they're just leaving it like this. Later on, in like true Star Trek Picard fashion, they have another conversation that somewhat reconciles. Like it is one of those like understood, like we're on good terms now. Like there's like a mutual respect. They leave it, but there's no like, oh, I look up to you or whatever. Like there's none of that bullshit. It's strictly to fix another thing that happens within the greater conversation about whether I'll just spoil a little bit. It's about basically he's immediately called to come to that space station. Picard's there to see them off at the Enterprise to make sure the space station transition happens. And Sisko's going to be the commander. And he immediately is like, I don't know if I want this job. And that's the conversation. So then the later conversation is, no, I'm meant to be here. And he's like, don't tell anyone at Star Command. Like, I need to be here. Like so that fixes it and it's done. So
yeah, I do like, because like when he told him about like we met before, like Picard goes, "Oh, do you want the job or not?" Kind of like that's the transition, and then and then that's where you just pretty much told about, he wants to stay and everything.
What's really funny to me is I saw that episode, and then after I was just like scrolling on Reddit, as I do sometimes, and there was a picture. You ever see those like pictures of it's like a T-shirt that has like different emotions, and it'll show like that character, and it'll show their face based on different emotions. It was a shirt of Picard, like my phone's very clearly listening to and watching it, everything I do, but it was a picture of Picard, and every emotion Picard had the exact same face.
Nice.
It was amazing. It was just literally his headshot, like default from like the television show, and I thought it was wonderful because that's exactly what happened in this. His emotion didn't change whatsoever. Whenever he was like, "Oh yeah, you did nearly kill me and my wife and most of my crew and people I cared about."
Mm-hmm.
So you up for this job? That's literally what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the context, and Andy was right. Like around this time, shit hits the fan, especially with other things in the next episode. But I thought it was really funny with the little transponder, not transponder thing. Like on the outside it says it's not working, or we know it's working, but on the inside when they open up the little hatch, it says not working.
How did he do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I loved that. I thought it was kind of funny because it's like, this is just kind of corny enough that I'm down for this. Like you could have even just made it green and red.
Yeah, that would have worked too. Yeah.
Yeah, we would have all universally understood that, but no, we needed to actively say in English, working, not working.
Well, that's the new Star Trek tech jazz. It's actually looks like it's designed. It's not just light bulbs and fucking switches and shit.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed the episode. Very, very much liked it. It's funny to like generally just recommend versus not, because again, these episodes are like, this episode is very important, I would imagine, to the overall plot that this series has, as opposed to just a one-off or anything. But I mean, very clearly would still recommend it on its own. It stands as a great episode.
Yeah, Sisko's great in it, but this is more a Gul Dukat episode. This is this is important for his story, and Mark Alamo, whatever, how you ever
Mark Alamo.
He's great in this episode, and he's great as Gul Dukat always. Like he has a little bit of like overacting in him that makes that character perfect and eccentric, and I don't know, I just really like it. I wanted to do like Gul Dukat episodes, but you can't even. That doesn't really work out that well. So obviously, because I'm anxious to talk about In the Pale Moonlight, but I needed to choose that episode.
One other thing I thought was funny was when O'Brien like transports two people to the beam. He was like upset. He's like, "Oh, it's not our captain. It's just these women.
It's just innocent people trying to survive."
Yeah. I did like that though, because it is playing to that like tension of what's going on, and then you like, and I realized because I realized there was not enough time for something else, or there was too much time for something else to like be like, oh, we're gonna wrap it up. So I knew something was gonna happen there, but like it still got me because in the moment I'm like, oh, this is tense. Is he gonna be able to get saved?
Really, really well. Yeah,
it is very much so.
Mm.
Something interesting I just wanted to bring up about this episode. It's directed by Renee Abergenis, the guy who plays Odo. He directed this episode.
I noticed that. I was like, oh, that's cool. He directed this? Huh.
Yeah, a lot of the actors ended up directing episodes. Far Beyond the Stars, the third episode we're going to talk about, is directed by Avery Brooks, like while he's acting in it. So that's kind of interesting.
That's really cool. Yeah.
But yeah, Waltz is just, I figured it was a really good way to kind of get into it. And it's on a lot of people's lists of like best DS9 episodes. And I guess it's on mine as well. Like I like it a lot, but it's really just because I like Gul Dukat so goddamn much.
Zach, do you recommend it?
Yeah, Gul Dukat's a pretty cool guy, and he never betrayed anybody, and he's right. All he ever wanted to do was just like help those people.
Everyone all the time.
Yeah. They betrayed him first. Didn't you hear him explain it?
Yeah, dude,
no, sure.
I get it though. He's still likable, right? He's
the speech he gives where he says he should have killed them all is just like blood chilling. It's like,
yeah,
he just finally like goes off the deep end. He's like, I tried to do all this right. They wouldn't do it. They kept fucking me over, so I should just kill them all the whole time. Actually, that's what I should have done.
I'm a nice Nazi. I'm a nice Nazi.
It made me think of watching like someone confess to murdering a bunch of people and like justifying it. That's what that, I mean, that's literally what it is, but also like I'm talking like in real life, like if you see like any of those cases where someone were to like break down, like they whittle away and finally give in to like an interrogation and then finally give reasons and snap and feel totally justified in whatever they did and whatever demented thing it was. I think he nailed that. The overacting is just great.
Yeah. There's a couple things I also wanted to say. Do you think they could have done a better job with his space cast for his arm?
It was shiny though. That means it's the future.
You can see like the little thing was like coming off of it though. And God, there's this thing about the Cardassians where it's like sometimes they look too similar to one another, and I get confused about who's who.
That's racism.
But they do. They literally look the same sometimes.
That's space racism right there.
I get the same thing with the Klingons in the TV version sometimes.
Like I mean, you probably see more of them in like next gen, right?
Yeah, there's a lot more Klingons in DS9 as well, and they finally start to figure out how to make them look different. Like Galron, they just cast like a tiny guy. They're like, oh, that's Galron. I can tell who that is.
Yeah, he's the little one.
That's right, with the big eyes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah, he's got a thyroid problem.
and if you look at the Cardassians, the spoons on their foreheads, some are bigger and some are smaller. So you got to look at the spoons.
Some are concave, some are convex.
They also do a thing where like it's kind of like basic nonsense character design, but the more defined their facial features are, the more like mean and pointed
Evil
their personality. Like Damar, like Gul Dukat's second in command, Damar, his features are all like duller, and then he's just kind of like less scary and kind of a slow.
There's that one guy. He might have been a fake guy, I guess, because he's in the next episode. That when they're talking about the forgery of like the whole recording where they're talking about the war they're going to do.
Oh, one of those guys is Damar. That's the Cardassian in that scene.
Yeah, he straight up did not look like a Cardassian. Almost, I thought he almost looks more like a Romulan or a Vulcan. It's kind of
weird. No, you're talking about oh man, what's his name?
I'm blanking on it too.
He's the Vorta. No, that's he's a Vorta. He's a different race.
Oh, he's not okay.
He's from the Dominion. Yeah, he's actually like the 6th or 7th of that guy. They just keep cloning him. That's how the Dominion, like, they just like clone all their guys. They're
Is that who Jeffrey Combs plays?
That's it, Jeffrey Combs. He plays him. Jeffrey Combs plays like 8 characters in DS9.
Because I saw Jeffrey Combs is in Deep Space Nine, and I was like, where is he? I couldn't tell it was him, actually. I kept looking for him. I couldn't find him.
No, he plays a Ferengi, and he plays a Vorta, obviously, and he plays just a bunch of other like weird one-off alien dudes.
Well, he's good because I can't tell it's him.
Oh, it's driving me crazy. That character is in like a million episodes. Why can't I remember his name?
I'm looking it up.
It starts with a W, right? It's like
Wayoon. Yeah.
Wayoon, yeah.
That's
there
it.
you go.
But that's that's like Wayoon number 6 or something. Like, you've seen him die 2 or 3 times at this point in the series. It's kind of funny.
Huh. Well, isn't that interesting?
All right, is it time for us to get into the Moonlight, the pale one?
Yes. Well, we need to talk about In the Pale Moonlight. This is it might be my favorite, but I flip-flop all the time. This is like top 3 episodes of Star Trek of any design ever. I freaking love this episode.
It's a dark-ass episode.
It really is.
Yeah, this is, I want to say, not to take away from Far Beyond the Stars, because Far Beyond the Stars was also really, really great in a different way. This is the episode that I said, I'm fucking watching this series now.
Yep. This it's just I wanted to choose this episode the very first year we did Star Trek stuff. Like, In the Pale Moonlight is just so well written, but it's just so deep in the series, and it like kind of just reveals so much. It's not as fun to go straight to it. You kind of need to know like who Dax is, and you need to know more about Sisko first, and you need to know more about some of these characters. Knowing Garak helps, because we've watched episodes with Garak in it, obviously.
Yeah, this parts of this episode looked like it was filmed for an FMV game on the PC in 1996. I did like the parts wherever Sisko's like talking directly to the camera. It's like, I feel like I'm playing a fucking FMV game right now. Like, it's talking to me, and I'm not shit talking it. I actually think it's like kind of charming.
Yeah, I like it.
I like the narration of, they decided to take the whole I'm gonna break down, and like they did it in a clever way where he's doing a start date, like he's doing a journal log entry.
I don't know what day is. I don't even remember.
Yeah, like I actually really like that's where they went, and it kind of ties up nicely with the bow at the end.
See, he's like me. I forgot what day it was, and I thought we were supposed to record yesterday. It's the same thing. Me and him are like on the same wavelength.
That's fair. That's fair.
And he hates Fridays.
I love Fridays though.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, well, he hates Fridays for a different reason.
Yes,
he's got a fair reason to hate Fridays. That's different.
Yeah.
I don't know kind of where to go with this episode. It's such an interesting, it feels like fiction from like something else that they brought into Star Trek. Like, it's so well written. It seems like a political thriller or something. Like, it was written about whatever, some real life nonsense. Like, it has shades of like an Iran Contra kind of like false flag, the big Tonkin, whatever, like something CIA nonsense about it, but it's Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it kind of shows like that this utopia of like the Star Trek universe, there's like some dark things that happen even in the Federation. Like, yeah, they kind of show a little bit in the original series and some in Next Generation, but I think this is where it gets the darkest, because you have a captain allegedly trying to do foreign policy where a guy like stabs Quark, and he bribes Quark, and then he assassinates a senator, and he has to cover up the evidence and stuff, all because of peace, essentially.
He's an accessory in a murder. He bribes someone. I really like that scene because where he like sits down with Quark and he's like, what would it take for you to not press charges? And Quark gets excited because he's like, he realizes, oh, he says, thank you for restoring my faith in the whatever rule of acquisition. And when I was watching, I may have seen it before, but it's not like I memorize every line. I go, every man has his price. And he says like every person has its price or something. I was like, yes, I got it. Like,
Yeah.
I really like that scene.
When he said that too, not very long before I had watched the episode, Zach and Dubs were chatting about something in our getting some color chat, and they mentioned something about Ted DiBiase Jr. and the whole case going on, and he said something about every man has a price.
Yeah.
There you go. It's true. It's one of the rules of acquisition.
It is one of the rules of acquisition. Even the $1 Million Man knew.
Yeah. The whole hologram thing with it's a fake. I was like,
I laughed out loud.
That scene is it's to this day a meme in like Star Trek shit posting and Reddit and stuff. You'll see him holding the thing, and instead of fake, he'll be saying something that rhymes with it that's relevant to like a current meme or the news or whatever.
That's William, fucking Timu version of William Dafoe as a Romulan. That guy. Every time I looked at him, I'm like, is that William Dafoe? I kept on squinting my eyes.
I didn't get that.
Welcome to Romulan.
There you go.
Right there. We did it.
I'm a fellow Romulan myself.
I'm something of a Romulan myself.
Something of, yeah.
So that's so funny. I really like the episode playing on the trope of how dirty do I have to get and like take these challenging, morally gray decisions before it's great. But like again, it also just plays into the line of when you get into war, it does not matter how good and justified your cause is. You could literally be good versus evil, but if you're going to find a way to get an edge in a war, like you have to get dirty too. And it's him accepting that, and he even mentions how like, okay, all these things happen, and I just have to lose a little less sleep at night, but I may have very well saved the quadrant. I'll live with that.
Probably. I like he keeps thinking, oh, that's too far. I like when they're on the elevator and he's like, well, I found a guy, but he wants biomimetic gel, 200 whatever gallons of it, liters or something. He's like, no, that's impossible. That stuff's ultra illegal. No way. He could use it to make chemical weapons or whatever, do illegal experiments. And they start the elevator again, and then he stops again and says, 200 is way too much. He's like, I'm pretty sure the amount is negotiable. And then the next scene is Bashir telling him how terrible he thinks it is that he wants 80 liters of biomimetic gel or whatever. And of course, Bashir's really upset, and he's going to put in a report and an official whatever.
You do that.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you go ahead. You do that.
Yeah. I thought you might or something like that. It's
You have that right.
And he's like, he never acts proud, not once in the entire episode, to see like this is the right thing to do. It's just it seems like he's torturing himself, but he goes on with it and he gets it done. One of the best scenes in the whole goddamn show, though, is where they're talking about. It's Friday, and he posted the stuff, and Worf comes over. He's like, "Hey, did you hear some like Romulan senator got killed?"
He's like, "What?"
Just goes like, "Excuse me," and like walks out of the room and goes straight to Garrick. And Garrick's like, "Oh, I'm just fucking him in a shirt or whatever."
Punches him immediately.
Wham! Like punches him in the face, just like sucker punches him and knocks him over a table, and he starts bleeding immediately. I love that part so much.
Yeah, it's so
Sisko
good.
figures out what happened in an instant, and then it's immediately like, I have to go beat the shit out of that man.
Because he knows, like, you duped me. And it's like, it's also interesting too because he didn't realize he always thought every time he was making a decision, the entire time Garak had this plot that was already so much more morally gray to just outright wrong ethically, and he just didn't realize he's just playing into it the whole time. But at the same time, it's like, actually this worked.
I mean, he employed, that's Garrick's wheelhouse. Like, as the series, this is season 6, so at this point you figured it out. Garak used to be part of the Cardassian CIA or whatever. And
I was going to ask about that.
When they left Deep Space Nine and Bajor, he had to stay behind because he'd made too many enemies. And so everyone just kind of hates him because they're all racist. Like, Cardassians were the bad guy for like 100 years on Bajor. So people don't like him. What's he going to do? Go back to Cardassia and get killed? No. So he just stays here and is a plain and simple tailor. That's what he always says. But as the series goes on, you get like peeks at like what he was, and toward this point, it's starting to become pretty clear. Like he was a pretty sinister motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's
just
the bomb planting pretty much informed everybody.
Fucking just like the real CIA, fucking garbage person, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, like just doing what needs to be done or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is obviously like a super fictional kind of version of that, but you have to imagine stuff like this happens. False flag stuff and assassinations. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, here we are talking about it while our nation is literally at war. So,
yeah. Did Andy? I got a question for you. Did this change how you felt about Sisko?
Yeah, I liked him more. Okay. I'll explain that. Like, he was written pretty well up until this point, but there was a big part in the middle of the series where I feel like they took a big step back because they did a bunch of stuff when he was just chasing the Maquis around the neutral zone. And there's a couple cool moments, like I talked about it on another episode, so it's not a huge spoiler, but there's an episode where the Maquis are like, I can't remember, they're poisoning planets, or they're doing something sinister so that they can get Cardassian settlers off these planets and take them back or something like that. And so he's chasing the Maquis around. The Maquis are basically like these rebels.
They're like rebel terrorists that are Bajoran, right?
Yeah, they're Bajoran, and some of them are like human. Some of them are Federation people eventually.
Yeah.
And he's chasing them around, and at the end of the episode, they're over a planet, and he says they're gonna like.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember what it was. They're gonna set off a bomb or something. He's like, disarm the bombs, or I'll poison this whole planet. And he like has someone go to the photon torpedo bay, put this poisonous gas in it. It's poisonous to.
Him and Worf go at it. That's
he and Worf have a huge argument about this, but it's like poisonous to Bajorans, but not Cardassians or something like that. And the guy he's talking to on the radio is like, "You won't do that. You're a Federation officer." And he says, "Oh, okay. You're gonna try to call my bluff." And then he does it. It poisons an entire fucking planet. Like moments like that are big character developing moments where you kind of realize like, oh, he's not Picard. He's not, he has different get stuff done morals, but they step away from that for a while. And then this episode rolls around and like just in a 100-fold kind of shows who he is again. And, in between, he's still, a family man and he loves to cook and stuff. Like the character has a lot of dimensions to it. It's just, this is one of the important ones when you're making a fiction about this organization that is at war in the future.
Mm-hmm. And I love the touch at the end where he's just like erased this log. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, fuck, man, that's deep.
That's like the perfect punctuation. Like you're already like, whoa, like because when you find out what Garak's actually done and everything, and then Picard's basically just trying to make himself feel better about it. That's all he's doing. He's only talking to himself. He's not like pleading his case to a jury. He doesn't know anyone's listening. Like we, the audience, don't exist. All he's doing is trying to make himself feel better. That's it. And at the end, he's like, I guess I feel better. I'll just delete the whole thing.
And you meant to say Sisko. You said Picard. But,
oops. Yeah.
Yeah. But man, I really love this episode. This like made me like Sisko as well around this point because it gives more flaws and depth to Sisko that I'm just like I've never seen. Because when you look at the other captains, you have Kirk, who's like a maverick. You have Picard, who's this intellectual. He's more diplomatic.
Yeah.
You have Janeway, who's like a stern female presence that don't take shit, don't take no for an answer. And then you have Sisko, who is just like fucking right off the riff, just like has PTSD of the Borg War, and he's launched into these fights with the Maquis and the Cardassians and Dominion. It's just
that's I mean, he has the best depth, I still think, because you've got the stuff like he'll bring an entire nation into this war with subterfuge, and also he'll play baseball against a bunch of Vulcans.
Yes.
Like he's got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. So I'm always gonna recommend every single episode of Star Trek besides the new ones and Starfleet Academy or whatever that one. It got canceled, by the way. It's not
canceled this week. Yeah.
Yeah. So
good.
I never watched it.
Yeah. What about you guys? I'm guessing you guys recommend.
Oh, highly.
No, it sucked. No, yeah, it was good.
This one's a little bit better in a vacuum, I imagine.
Which one?
In the Pale Moonlight.
Oh, yeah, sure. Like it kind of explains everything a little more of what's going on. Like it doesn't have as much baggage necessarily attached to it.
No, and plus you already know who a lot of the players are from watching TNG. So
yeah.
And then once you watch the series too, you get all the backstory about Dax and the worm inside her and all that stuff that's going on.
The worm. I put a worm in
her. Okay.
The old man.
Yeah, he calls her old man. There's a reason for that.
Old man. Oh no, never mind. I'd retract my statement.
Yeah, because you're kind of like fucking a dude, but he's inside of a woman's body.
No, I'm done.
No, it's not. That's not even. I mean, even that description isn't really proper.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Actually,
still not even right. Like, no, the trill are weird. I guess is the point we're trying to make.
Trills,
but yeah, in the Pale Moonlight, I love it to death. It's one of the best things ever. But like I think it's just like 2 or 3 episodes before that, Far Beyond the Stars, like episode 6 is just full of bangers. It's such a good season. But Far Beyond the Stars is, it's a DS9 episode, but more than 3/4 of it is just like this bullshit that they just made up.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like I was watching a fucking movie or something.
Yeah. It just kind of feels like a movie, like its own standalone thing. And like I said, this one is directed by Avery Brooks, who plays Sisko. So he's doing all this acting and directing this episode.
And everybody's out of their makeups, like Worf, Otto, and Quark.
That's and the cops are played by the guy who's playing Gul Dukat, and it's so cool.
Wayne or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, Wayne.
Yeah, it's really cool. What's also neat too is like this still is like tied within the greater story because of the whole prophecy thing, which again I learned more by watching the first episode. It's funny watching this and then watching that. I was like, oh, that even had like a reason for this to make sense without just actually just doing it, right?
Yeah, you get so used to like religion being like an amorphous mystery. No, in Deep Space Nine, the prophets are real. They do exist. The Bajoran religion has a basis in provable reality. It's very strange.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, like Sisko just he has a
stroke. He was smelling eggs and he just fucking passed out. He started hallucinating.
Yeah, he started like the 1950s. He started like Otto in like a fedora, like passing the door. He's like, "Well, who's that man?"
And like they set it up like he's been really stressed out lately. Like he's hallucinating before he has his episode, and they reference something like this has happened before with him.
I can't remember. I was afraid that would come up because I was trying to remember what that was in reference to, and I can't recall.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But yeah, then he just straight up has an episode. Just then we start seeing this stuff in the 1950s, I guess.
1953 apparently is what I saw on the Star Trek Wikia or whatever.
Okay, he got hit by a taxi. And he's just there now.
But yeah, it becomes about, I guess, civil rights and racism for just out of nowhere, and it's just a well-written, interesting story. And it's about, like, how meta is it that it's about science fiction writing?
Yeah, pretty cool.
And it kind of like, I know I'm like jumping to the end, but it's kind of meta in a way. Like even Sisko says it. What if we're the illusion? What if like that guy over there like dreamt us and we're just living in his
What
dream?
if we're the fiction? And then you're sitting at home watching this on television. You're like, oh, they are.
And then the dad's
He's
like,
kind of looking at the camera sometimes when he says that too. He's like looking directly at you. Like
you're supposed to go a step beyond that and have an existential crisis. Like, are we the dreamers or are we the dreams? You're supposed to.
Well,
Like,
he did David Lynch.
What if all of us on this podcast are a fiction that is being created somewhere?
Matrix is real.
We live inside a dream.
I tell you what, my story needs to go through another couple drafts or something. But
yeah, throw me in the trash.
This story sucks. Wake me up. Oh man, that's hilarious.
My favorite part is Worf as a baseball player because he's such in that baseball.
I did not realize that was Michael Dorn at first. I was like, who the fuck is that guy?
No, my favorite is what's his name? I'm in Sherman. Quark. He's the best one. Quark. Quark as a human is great. Also, Cole Meany as the guy who can never remember words.
Yeah,
it's a stupid gag, but it got a laugh out of me. Like,
but they're like, "What do you know? I like robots."
Write a story about robots. What else?
Yeah.
And then Otto's like the boss guy. He's like, "Yeah, we're not doing your story because the owner says he don't like black people." So yeah,
I feel bad for him because it doesn't seem like he's the racist one, but he's still like, I'm sorry, this is the way it is.
Yeah,
he's just kind of stuck in the middle of it. Yeah,
that does that. It's 1953, and they're writing science fiction, so I guess I get it. But they're like, they want a picture, so the woman and the black man sleep late that day. It's like, goddamn.
Yeah. I also liked the fact that the dynamic between the characters, like Quark's character as a human, is like super. Like he definitely has a clear problem with the editor, who's Odo, which makes sense. Yeah, I love that he's just like, you're a coward.
You call me red?
Yeah, you call me red. I'm not a pinko.
Fascist. He just straight up called him a fascist.
And again, Wayne and Gul Dukat are the bad guys. They're the cops who beat him.
Yeah,
there's an FBI who the fuck they are. Like,
it's like, why are you beating him? He has a weapon. He has a crowbar. Exactly. They're just like beating him.
Also, I haven't finished Voyager, so I guess I don't know this for sure, but I'm confident in saying this is the only piece of Star Trek that uses the N-word, pretty sure.
Yes. And it only happened that once where Jake Sisko said it, right?
It's just every time I'm always like, whoa, like it's kind of like, the first time I watched it, I literally rewound because I was like, I had to mishear that line. No, that's it. It aired on television like that. Whatever. It was a different.
That sounds like, did they really air that on television back then?
In the 90s. Like,
dude, the 90s were wild.
I guess so. It was the Attitude Era, right?
Yeah,
they were saying that. They couldn't even say that. God.
No, of course not. But I guess like because it punctuates an important story about civil rights, they got away with it. I guess.
I suppose so.
Yeah, but the first time I watched this episode, that was the first thing I did is I tried to look it up. I was like, did this air edited? Like, am I seeing only the version from DVD releases or something? And no, apparently that's how it went on television. That's what Google told me.
The cover artist, was that Garak?
No, that's we haven't seen him in any of these episodes. He's a Klingon. He's the Klingon commander.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's in a bunch of episodes in season 5 and 6, but I can't remember his name. He's great though. He's excellent. Oh man, it'll come to me later. It's been a little while since I did my full watch of DS9, obviously, but it's coming back.
I like how everything gets crazy at the end. Like, obviously he gets beat up by the cops, and then like he comes in and he's like, "What about my thing?" And they're like, "No, we're not doing it anymore. And by the way, you're fired."
Also, you're fired. Yeah.
And he just has like a mental breakdown right in front of him.
A huge one.
Yeah. Because literally,
they caught him out on like a fucking gurney.
You can almost see the words on screen, like for your Emmy consideration.
Yeah.
Not detracting from his performance. It's still great. That scene's excellent, but
That's really good.
Are you saying Avery Brooks was trying to do Oscar bait or whatever the TV
Emmy
equivalent
bait,
is?
yeah.
Emmy bait?
Emmy bait.
maybe.
That's what it was. But it's still a poignant story.
Yeah.
And they do a good job of still tying it into, like, again, they use the context or scope of science fiction to tell this story, but then bring it back in a way to then tie into, again, if you watch more, and you guys have, Zach hadn't, but like the whole idea of the prophecies, or that like the prophecies also aren't these like reflections of necessarily like complete fiction, but also memories or like being taken back to a point in the past. So like that, I think that also kind of plays more into the idea that, okay, this really could be in any other given space and time or some alternate world. Like that's kind of the idea, because these prophecies exist, or prophets exist rather. So I don't know. It's cool enough, but also just on its own as an isolated story, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he's like, maybe it kind of feels like Assassin's Creed a little bit, right? Because you have like the ancestor thing type of going on.
Yeah, I wonder that too. Like, I wonder if the prophets weren't showing him something from the literal past or something. Like, it's not an imagination, it's not an alternate universe. It's just something that actually happened. Because there's a few times in the course of DS9 where they like go to other existences, or in the past we watched an episode, Troubles Tribbles, but so I don't know, it could be either one. I feel like it's just at the end of the episode he just kind of wakes up and they're like, oh, it's only been 5 minutes. He's like, oh man, that was really weird. Anyway, bye, I guess. And the credits roll. Like, they don't even like discuss it that much. He doesn't wake up and he's like, oh man, remember racism? And you were there, and you were there, and you were there. Like, it's just nothing.
Well, he would say, remember racism? And they would all be like, no.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, actually. There's still some racism.
Well, like what the racism.
Alien racism.
Remember Gul Dukat talking about how inferior Bajorans were?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Well, that's because they are. How did they end up in that position to begin with? It's because he's correct. They have an inferior culture. He was right the whole time.
Actually, so parts of his speech, they're like, they were nothing when we found them, and we pulled them up and like gave them all this technology. I think grain of salt on this one, because I read this a long time ago. Part of that is taken from some racist speech about the Native Americans.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
We should have mentioned that when we were talking about it two episodes.
That's a good episode, though.
What'd you think of Worf hitting on Sisko's squeeze the whole time? I like that back and forth and stuff that they were going on in that restaurant.
It's funny, I guess, but part of me was like, I kind of want to get back to the real story.
Yeah.
I also like the part where he gets in the ambulance and like he sees stars on out the windows and stuff. Like going in.
That's a really cool transition. Yeah. The camera moves like left to right.
Where he sees like himself in a reflection off his window, and
that's great.
Yeah,
he looks over his table. Yeah,
I like that. They do it too when he gets back. I think toward the end too, right?
Yeah, when he looks out. Yep. That's I think that's the thumbnail for this episode on Paramount Plus. Maybe where he's looking out.
Yeah.
But other than that, you guys have anything else to say about this episode? And by the way, is that Martok? Is that the guy's name?
You got it. Yep, that's him.
Okay. Martok. He was funny.
I don't have too much else to say about, like, just again, the episode itself is really great. Standalone. Like, you literally could know nothing about Star Trek and watch this episode isolated, and it would still be a great episode.
Yeah, I almost chose it and an episode called Little Green Men and something else, and then I was like, no, we're gonna watch In the Pale Moonlight. I'm sick of not watching that episode, so here we are.
You want to know something really funny? I was watching this episode, and then like my mom walked upstairs into my room, and she's like, "What are you watching?" And she's like, "I'm watching Star Trek." She's like, "What?" Because like you have to understand, that's so divorced from what she knows as Star Trek. Like that's actually just kind of a funny moment.
I mean, it's divorced from what anyone would think of as Star Trek, I imagine. It's just, I thought it was interesting that we watched this, and then last week we watched a piece of the action. It's just the two of them have kind of a
They all
similar
have
thing going on.
every series has
Different
like these
decade,
episodes, I guess. Yeah, where they do this thing where it's like, oh, we go to the past, or it looks like we went to the past, or something.
They even find an excuse to do it in Voyager.
I was hoping so.
Even though they're literally light years away from Earth.
The shit rules.
Those are one of my favorite episodes is when they do like holodeck stuff with the past, or they just do like Earth episodes as well.
I was thinking it's a shame no one shows an episode of TNG with Dixon Hill in it. That would be the complement to the piece of the action and Far Beyond the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah. They could have been like, all right, we got to go check up on this planet that we fucked. Okay. But yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Out of the three, this was my favorite. I do like in the Pale Moonlight, but as a writer, like I connected a little bit with his character. Not
I get it. I mean,
not the
Far
racist
Beyond
part.
the Stars is also a masterpiece of a Star Trek episode. I get it. Like either one is valid. But yeah, in the Pale Moonlight for me, Far Beyond the Stars is not far behind.
Yeah, because like when his girlfriend was like, "Oh, we could buy the restaurant," he's like, "I'm a writer. I'm born a writer. I should be that." I felt that. I felt it.
I do kind of want to put a bit of an asterisk, a bit of an errata at the end of recommending all of these episodes. And I do recommend them because they're all very well written and very well acted. But I don't recommend you do what we did, which is just watch them in a bubble. Just watch DS9. Just start from the beginning.
Yes.
Do yourself a favor. The series is fantastic. And if it gets you up to episodes like these, and again, these aren't the only great episodes. Honestly, Waltz is great. Duet, the one we watched last year, Duet's better than Waltz.
Yes, I agree with that one.
Yeah, just don't do this. Don't say, oh, in the Pale Moonlight's Andy's favorite episode of DS9, I'll just watch that. Don't. You're wasting your time. Just watch it.
I think our goal with Star Trek, and we recently did X-Files, is when we pick these and the Twilight Zone. Well, Twilight Zone doesn't have like a
it's an anthology. You can do whatever you want.
But like when we watch these shows, we are trying to tell you this is a really good fucking series. Go watch it.
Yeah. This is we're trying to convince people to watch the show.
Mm-hmm. But Chaz, what do you got going on?
We're doing some Voyager, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did that last year and enjoyed it, so I thought I'd do some more. So we're gonna do Timeless, season 5, episode 6. Tinker Tenor Dr. Spy, season 6, episode 4, and then Blink of an Eye, season 6, episode 12.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the episodes, if I recall. I don't think we watched those. I have to go back and double check now. That one, the last one's familiar, but I don't think it's one we watched. Right?
You had chosen a Doctor episode, but it wasn't any of those.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's what these are. That's my theme.
More Doctor shit.
The Doctor.
Yeah, I like the Doctor from Voyager.
He's one of the most endearing characters from Voyager. They brought him back in that new Academy, that super successful show that just came out this year.
Oh, the one that's going to last for years and years to come.
Yeah, that's right. He's in it.
Well, they always put him in a lot of shit because he's an AI.
He's ageless. Like he'll always.
Yeah, they found the plot device to say we can put you in these.
He's in one of the TNG movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I wanted to bring up, since you're talking about doctors, like Bashir's fucking hair like changes drastically throughout this whole series. Like it gets all puffy, like it's very 90s at a certain point, and then he just goes like, it gets all weird, gets all Prince-like. He gets like Prince haircut near the end.
I didn't notice.
It's probably the unraveling of his hair follicles due to the stress of being at war.
That, and isn't he like,
that's talk for real.
Yeah, we watch an episode where he's one of those genetic freaks. He's a Scott Steiner.
Yeah, the one where they assassinate his character. That's the one.
It's a bit contrived now that I think about that episode compared to how he is, because he is a bit of a moron sometimes.
Yeah, man, you'll finally understand.
I've already watched it, and immediately I'm like, he's kind of an idiot. How do they pass this whole like he's a super?
When you get further into the series, just remember the stuff I was saying when we talked about that episode. Like, it's good, it's well written, it's interesting, it's an interesting premise, but man, I wish they'd have left his character alone because it diminishes his whatever. Go back last year, watch our episodes. We talked about it then.
Mm-hmm. Is it time for a host credit scene?
I guess it must be time for a host credit scene.
Okay, so I got a surprise. It's like 25% done, but I kind of wanted to get the meme.
Going to start coming down from the rafters.
No. I'm just going to do the meme, and we're just going to do Silent Stinger.
All right.
There you go.
That was close.
He didn't unmask. He cut it off.
He didn't take the mask off. No.
It showed on mine. Here we go.
Oh,
there it is.
Okay, that was weird. Yeah,
I love that trope. Sting disguised as Sting. It's so funny.
I was like, did you just edge a captive audience? Damn.
By the way, audio listeners, it's Sting the wrestler in TNA hitting RVD with a chair, revealing that under the Sting mask is Sting.
That's right, listeners. You heard it here. It's wrestling shit, so you're not missing anything.
Yeah. You should go watch it.
Anyway, as far as host credit scene go, Chaz, you might as well go first because you watched DS9. So that seems like the best segue we're going to get.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just talk about more of that. So, yeah, I got really into DS9 after watching that. And, I watched, I can't remember exactly what episode I ended on, but I've watched at least the first half of season 1.
Okay.
I'm halfway through, and I'm enjoying it so far. Like, the first episode is actually really good, especially for just a pilot episode.
I like it a lot better than TNG's pilot episode.
I'll just admit it. There was a little bit of emotional diarrhea. It was an emotional shart, if you will. Like, that episode's really, really good. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've enjoyed just the episodes I've seen so far. The last episode I watched was one where they are meeting a new species or race or alien, and they immediately get there and they're all formal and they're like, "Where are the games?" And they go and play table games with these random guys that had all this stuff. They had all these tattoos kind of on their forehead, and Quark cheats them. So then they're like, "Oh, well, how about we play a game of our culture?" And the game transports several of the crew members into the game, and they think they're in danger of being physically
I don't remember
harmed.
this.
It's starting to finally strike a chord. This one's a little silly, if I recall properly.
It is. It's a bit ridiculous, but it's the last one I watched. But It was interesting. But it was funny because they literally were relying on Quark to just gamble to save their life.
It reminds me a little bit. Dubs asked me earlier how I felt about Sisko and whatever, and I was going to segue into something else. It doesn't matter that much, but now it's relevant again. There's an interesting journey that you take in DS9 where at the beginning, at least this is what it is for me, and I've talked to other people who tend to agree with me. At first, all the Federation characters are the most boring, and the most interesting characters are Odo and Quark and Major Kira, and you're real into the three of them. And as time goes on, everyone else catches up. They write them back up to that level, so you just gotta hang in there.
That is 100% true. They're there and they're functional, and there are things about his character that I like. Speaking of Sisko, but yes, they're still pretty tame in terms of what they're doing. It's also you have the familiarity with O'Brien, which is great. I would say as far as characters go, he probably has the most. He's
the best human character in season 1. A lot, I think.
Oh no, for sure. He's very well developed. I watched the episode where about Tosk, the species. It's that first species that comes through the wormhole. That turns out he's his whole purpose of living is to be hunted. That's a really cool episode.
Yeah, that's a cool premise.
Yeah, that episode was really cool. I also just kind of like that the people chasing him kind of looked like a similar version of him, but also like Lord Farquaad. It was kind of weird. But yeah, it's I've enjoyed it so far. Again, and right now there's not these crazy major plot points. They're doing space shit. It's just space western.
Finding their space legs. Yeah, it's just a western in space. There's a saloon. Yeah. There's a sheriff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it so far.
Good.
Other things. Season 4 of Invincible is aired. I watched the first 3 episodes of it, and somehow within all of this stuff with Star Trek,
is it edgy as fuck? Is it trying real hard? Is it trying hard?
I mean, it always has been. It's super edgy and shit's going down, but we haven't gotten anything like crazy yet. Usually the way those episodes build up anyway is like things are happening and there's a lot of action and he's just getting his ass kicked over and over. But it's not till the end of the season where they're straight up like, oh, let's just ruin his life and then we'll just start over next season. Because we haven't gotten to life ruining stuff yet, but we'll pick it up. But it's good so far. My daughter has really, really gotten into Pokemon, the animated series, and Pokemon in general. So we've, I think I've talked about that the last episode too, but we watched more of the animated series. I think we're about to see him make it to the Indigo Plateau, and they're going to do the Pokemon League.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's gotten all the badges. We also watched the Pokemon movie. We actually watched up to the episode where you should watch the Pokemon movie. We watched the first Pokemon movie, and then we continued watching episodes.
You got an animation whiplash.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, she is very much like her favorite right now. Watching it is definitely Psyduck. Psyduck is fucking hilarious in that show, and she's learning this like tail wag where he holds his head because he has a headache and he shakes his butt and looks at you and goes sign. Like, yeah.
So. Refreshing my memory, the movie is like where, but by the way, spoiler, if you haven't fucking watched the movie, go fuck yourself. But
we're gonna spoil the Pokemon movie. Oh no!
Mewtwo is a lab-created Nazi weapon, and then realize it almost takes over the world after he breaks free from his captors. But then realizes, wait, I don't have to just be the weapon they made me. I guess I can do good things too. After he kills a child. And the tears of other Pokemon bring that child back to life. That is the entire synopsis of that movie. Yes. And they don't make him pay for his crimes. They're like, oh, and he has the whole quote of, it's not the circumstances of one's birth who determines what you are, but it's what you do with your life. And they're like, okay, I guess you can leave now. Cool. We're all good.
I love the way it's delivered, though, because Mewtwo is talking to Mew, and he's like, I may be learning something. And Mew's just like, Mew. And he's like, yes, you are right, Mew. It is not the circumstances. So stupid.
It is. It's like, why did he? We also actually just the last episode I think we watched of the TV show was the episode that shows you the origin of Meowth being able to talk, which is even funnier because it's literally Meowth meets another Meowth that it lives with a rich lady, but basically says, well, you're not a human. Why? You're just a trash street cat. Why would I care about you? So he literally just watches a bunch of people talk. Like it's like he's a weird like aerobics workout. He's like in an attic in Hollywood, literally in Hollywood, by the way. He's in Hollywood, California. He's sitting in an attic and he's watching an aerobics instructor do aerobics and while he's also giving lessons on how to just pronounce words. And over time, he teaches himself how to talk and then goes back to her. And she goes, not only are you still a broke-ass street cat, but you're also a freak.
So then he turns to crime.
So then he turns to crime. This is like also a backstory, right? So their whole reason is they're revisiting Hollywood. Unrelated bullshit anyway. So it turns out her owners like ran out of money and they said, now you can fend for yourself. So they abandoned her. So the alley cats that took Meowth in a long time ago took her in. So he gets back and finds her as this poor street cat. And he's like, oh, well, no, I can save you now. I've got people to help me. And he gets into like this big fight with all of these other cats and he beats up a Persian and he thinks he's going to save her. And then she's in love with the Persian and says, I couldn't possibly betray the Persian. They saved me whenever I was left, and you're still a talking freak. It's fucking funny. I was laughing so hard. It's like they just straight up said, "Yeah, no, we're just not even gonna like give him a chance. We're gonna shit on the Meowth."
Where's Pokemon streamable? Is it on Crunchyroll?
Oh
So-
my god! Don't get started on the. It's so confusing.
Okay, Pokemon is a mess. However, I figured it out. There really is a way to do it. If you really are just trying to just like watch it, like
There's a website that has like a flow chart too.
there is a website to help follow along, but the easiest way to find the most comprehensive amount of episodes is just to go to YouTube and go to Pokemon TV. It just has everything. Like all the episodes are there.
Dude, why they make it so hard? I know it's because of the fucking scalpers, but like everything Pokemon is hard to fucking do now.
That's not even to that. It's actually that has more to do with like midway through making the shows and like different chains of episodes, different production companies or like that's what affected it. So it's just
not only are they different production companies in Japan, but then they are localized by different companies, and then they are syndicated by yet other companies. Yep. So depending on what season it is, you got to watch it on Hulu or Netflix or YouTube or nowhere, or you got to buy the DVDs or you got to pirate it or whatever.
Okay.
This point still stands. Everything about Pokemon, the barrier to entry is so fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Yeah.
I got an idea. Pokemon Network. Just fucking make it.
Well, that's what he's saying. There's Pokemon TV on YouTube. That's the closest you're gonna get.
Okay, it's funny you say that because you can literally pay for a monthly subscription to a Pokemon channel or a Pokemon network that exists within like Prime, and it doesn't have all the episodes either. It only has
God!
It only has like a third of.
Get this: there are a few episodes that are exclusive to video games. You have to buy Pokemon Channel on the GameCube to see certain stuff, or you have to buy something else to see certain stuff.
And also, like, there are Japan exclusive episodes. There are several episodes that are banned or were never made in the English release.
There are some episodes that were included on the DVD release of the movies in Japan, but not in the United States, and vice versa.
Fuck it, I'm getting Lorcana. That's it. Fuck it.
We're talking about the Pokemon. We're talking about the Pokemon television show. Like unless you've got a child you're watching it with, it's not exactly great. Like you guys may vaguely remember I talked about I got into watching a bunch of old VHSs that I found last year, and one of them had a bunch of Pokemon episodes on it, like that I'd recorded off TV when I was in middle school. So in between watching Dragon Ball Z, I put it on and was watching it, and like, it's not good. Like if I was watching it with like my niece and nephew are real into Pokemon now, I'd 1,000% watch Pokemon with them. But as far as watching it by myself, not gonna do it.
And that's exactly where I'm at. Evie loves it, and it's like our thing. Like we watch it together. She's like playing the card game. She's interested in it. It's great. But I would not on my own go, oh, I'm gonna sit down and just binge watch Pokemon. It's like, no, I'm a real man. I'm gonna binge watch Star Trek. But
I binge watch something different.
Yeah, to keep rolling on the Pokemon stuff. The other thing I've been doing is I actually haven't been doing very much of this just because of just various things and mostly work just being in the way. But I have been doing some final prep work to figure out what I'm going to play. So the new set is technically comes out in a couple days, but I mean most stores already have like stuff they can allocate.
They had it at the shop I was at yesterday.
Yeah,
my trainer box shipped today. Way to be punctual, Pokemon.
Oh, did you get one of the ETBs from Pokemon Center?
You know it.
Nice. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
but also not because I don't really try anymore. I've given up on that side of things.
If you were determined, I'm sure you could do it. I just want one. It's just a box to keep my stuff in. That's whatever.
Yeah, I just gave up on it because it's just so hard to get them because of the scalping. But nevertheless, I'm preparing, and I'm actually playing in both tournaments. So I'm playing Saturday in the standard tournament, which will be new post rotations. This will be the very first tournament held in the U.S. with the newest rotation of cards, because a whole year of stuff is going to be gone. Like Gardevoir EX is no layer like that. That was like the Boogeyman deck or whatever. It's gone. Several very key
regular Pokemon. This isn't Gym Leader Challenge.
Yep, regular Pokemon. Mm-hmm.
Since when?
Since I've been prepping for the last 2 weeks.
All right. I thought you say prepping. We just assume you mean Gym Leader Challenge.
I'm doing that too, but yeah, I'm actually going to be playing. I still haven't decided. I'm between two decks. I still haven't decided which one I'm going to play yet. I could play the boring deck, which is like the most popular deck in format. That's the Dragapult EX deck because it's still just insanely good and consistent. but it is boring and also has a target on its back. Or I could play the really cool ultra spicy deck where I try to like high roll and beat my opponent by turn 2, and if I don't, then I might lose. I don't know. That sounds fun.
That's how I play TCGs. I want to be done in 5 or 6 turns. I got shit to do.
Yeah, no, I want to blow up my ghost Pokemon and make you lose yours at the same time, and then just say, "Oh, I wiped your board. I guess I win." Also, Greninja is a cool Pokemon, so I don't know. I might play the Greninja deck. It's neat. But yeah, the Gym Leader. Funny enough, like I am actually equally split on the Gym Leader Challenge because there's like 2 or 3 decks I'm also considering there, and I don't know. They did announce so it's weird. Tricky Jim announced that he's going to announce a ban. Like effectively, and the reason this came up is that there's just been a ton of discourse within the Gym Leader Challenge community about whether there should be a ban, why we would have a ban. So he broke down a video and explained his entire process on why he bans cards versus why he doesn't, and this is what the purpose of these things are. And if certain cards meet this criteria, then he looks at them to be banned. And he has decided that a card from Psychic called Dimension Valley will be banned in April at some point. Like it's going to be legal for this tournament. It's basically the last hurrah for this card, but it'll be banned. And then there's another card within Psychic that also is on the chopping block, but for now we're going to watch and see how things are. I imagine in 6 months to a year, there's a good chance that card's gone too, because again, these cards aren't future proof. As they keep printing things, they just do not synergize well with old cards, and this is definitely one of those types of situations. But it really just depends on what is fair and balanced. So nevertheless, I still haven't decided what to play. I got actively called out on one of the other podcasts within GLC because someone was like, "Oh yeah, this is the person who's the only person that's won with water." Well, is he brave enough to try to run it back? So I've almost been called out to just run back what I've been playing. So maybe I'll just do that because I didn't play water the last 2 events I've went to. I've played fighting, and that's great, but I have not made top 8. So I kind of want to go back with water and show them, hey, the old man still got it. It's funny that I consider that an old man, but I am like in the Pokemon community. I'm the old uncle in this GLC community. So yeah, I got to go back.
You're the Ric Flair of the group.
He's the CM Punk of the group. He's old.
Yeah,
I'm old. Yeah,
he gets punched in the mouth and got called old.
Yeah, so old man's got to show up and show him what's up.
I'm gonna put you in the ground next to your dad.
Whoa, damn.
Shit.
Good luck finding him.
that was a Roman Reigns thing that he said by CM Punk.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
You got heat, brother.
They're just edgy. They're edgy like that in the wrestling group. That's all I did. You know what, Dubs? You were talking about wrestling and card shit in Workana. By the way, do you want to buy Workana cards? Because I'm selling out. I guess I should have also said that. Yeah,
officially?
I'm officially done.
He's sold out.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna hold on and eventually get rid of it because it may be too hard to just immediately sell out. But I just other life things going on. I bought a house and we're gonna.
There's more room to keep more cards.
It is, except also more money. So I don't know. I'm not missing the game. I'm gonna just sell out, and I actually think I'm gonna keep playing Pokemon Standard and GLC. I think I'm just gonna keep it that way. It's simple. It's all in one card game, and then maybe occasionally I'll dabble in some Gundam. I'll have.
You should dabble in some Gundam. Hey, let me say some words to you. I just want to get your reaction to it. This isn't for real. It's just like something I was thinking about because I talked to some guys about it. Pauper Magic the Gathering. What's your reaction to those words?
It's fine. I mean, I'm not. It is a gateway drug for me. If I play,
that's what I'm worried about too.
Yeah, so I'm not touching Pauper. I will say I loved Pauper when I played it. So the shop that I used to go to in Roanoke, Star City used to be my local there. I would go there on Fridays for their stuff and maybe occasionally on Wednesdays. But we actually had a Pauper night. I think it was every other Monday night or Tuesday night. I can't remember which day, but every other week they would have it. And Pauper's really cool. So for those who don't know, you can only play common cards, right? Now certain cards have been banned, right? But I had a really cool deck that was called Reality Trip, where effectively you played this enchantment called Reality Acid. And what Reality Acid says is it does nothing to the card it's on, but you can put it on anything. And usually you put it on your opponent's stuff, and it gives your opponent's stuff vanishing, which means there's these counters at the beginning of their turn that tick down. And basically, whenever all those counters go away, or that card leaves play, the opponent has to sacrifice that card. The thing is this card can go on anything. You can put it on basic lands. You can put it on literally anything on their board. So the idea is that you play copies of that card, and then you play things that whenever they come into play, they let you bounce one of your permanents back into your hand. So you literally just keep flickering the card back into your hand and getting rid of it, and you eat all their lands, and they just can't play the game, and people fucking hate it. And it's also blue and white, so you play removal, and you play counter spells, and you play draw cards, and people hate you for it. And I fucking love
I'm not playing any of that shit. I just wanted to make like a goblin deck or some shit.
I mean, do that. It's like you pay $5 and you can.
I know that's
goblins.
what I was. It came up because like I'm pretty buddy with all the guys who play Gundam now, and we've been getting ready for. I'm kind of hijacking Dub's thing. We're getting ready for the new type challenge. It's the very first one they're going to have regionally around here. So we've been playing extra. Like we met up at the card shop on a Sunday and played at each other, and we have been going to other locals. One of the locals we went to is really close to the shop where we usually play anyway, and their Gundam locals is on Thursday, and it was really cool, and I liked that shop. But as soon as Gundam wraps up, that's around the time that Pauper Magic the Gathering plays every single week. And one of the guys who plays Gundam was going to play it too. And he's like, yeah, you should just spend $10 on a deck and you should play with us if you're going to be here for Gundam once in a while. And I was like, oh, that sounds really, really, really dangerous.
Nope, don't do it. Do not fall into it. Here's my advice on that.
It's Pauper though. I'm just going to I'm going to make the goblins.
No,
just a few gobos. It's not a big deal.
You're just paying for very low cost drugs, and eventually you'll be snorting dual lands before you know it. And you're like, "Fuck, how did I do this? I have no money."
It starts out as marijuana cigarettes, and then it's something else.
It's not going to happen until we got the new type challenge next week. We have the new deck release next week, and then we have the new set release at the end of next month. There's too much Gundam shit in the next month. So it's not going to happen soon, but I don't know. It's just back there in the back of my head. I miss Magic sometimes. It's cool.
That ain't a cigarette. That's a cig of weed.
I mean, I get it. Magic's great. I would love to play it, but I can't control myself. I know right now I will ruin my life if I play.
You probably shouldn't do anything now.
Yeah, we've seen what happens
taking your hand abuse so you don't get back on it. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I don't play it, but there's a Star Trek fucking set coming out, and I'm like,
oh shit!
Yeah, I saw that too. That's
I play Spider-Man. I play Star Trek. I play Final Fantasy.
I will say
I've been buying the Final Fantasy cards.
I did really like the at least the way they set up the distribution of the Ninja Turtles. They did a special pizza box. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's cool. They also put the cards in other packages that aren't supposed to have turtle cards in them.
Oh, nice. That sounds like it was a fuck up.
They did like a release event for some other Magic the Gathering thing, and the pre-release packages had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards in them, and they weren't supposed to. And I saw it on Reddit. But also, like, I've been having so much fun playing Gundam. Part of me is like, kind of curious about the other card games now, and they have a new Cyberpunk card game that is getting boosted on all the websites I use for Gundam, and there's a Yakuza card game coming out in Japan. That's maybe.
we have TCG bloat, and I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember in the late 90s when I was playing Magic, there was a new card game like every goddamn week for something, and they all failed. So
yeah, I mean, again, when all else fails, stick to one of the, I wouldn't say big three. It's probably like big five now, but like
now that Bandai's on the scene finally with like One Piece and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, One Piece is pretty reliable. It's not going anywhere. I mean that's kind of like, I hope not to the detriment of Gundam, but as long as Gundam still has people, like the demand is there, it's not going to go anywhere either. So
it's still, I mean, it's gaining steam as we speak. They put up some stuff on P Bandai for pre-order, and it was gone. So
that's great.
Still hungry for it.
That's really cool that it's still like that. And again, I'm always happy to occasionally play with you guys casually.
Here's what we're all going to get into. MetaZoo's coming back.
MetaZoo.
What the fuck is that?
It's bullshit.
Yeah,
okay.
it's fucking actual Temu Pokemon card game.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way.
That must have been what I saw at work today. I was like, I checked for Gundam, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Like,
I saw something like I did not recognize.
MetaZoo was a Kickstarter during COVID, and it did really well. And then the cards all got like bloated and expensive. But then the card game failed anyway, and then it tried to come back and failed. And then it was like completely dead for like more than a year, and now it's trying to come back with a different company, and the cards all look different. But the premise is they're all like cryptids and stuff. Like they had a booth at the Mothman Festival, and they gave out special Mothman Festival Mothman cards and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like the Garbage Pail Kids of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Garbage Pail Kids have trading cards.
They do. In fact, I watched Charlie sell all of his.
All right. So, who was next? Dubs. Dubs was
To answer your question, no, I'm not getting into Lorcana. It was just a joke. But I've been looking at the starter packs for Gundam because they lowered on Amazon, so I might get some.
I mean, you could get either the Hathaway or the 00 deck at just like Hard Shop right now. Like I see them all over. I see them at Walmart all the time for MSRP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I also been looking at the Cyberpunk. I'm kind of like thinking about getting something out of it. I don't know if I want to get the booster box because I'm afraid to get it and then like it just fucking shits to bed really quickly.
It's full of bugs and glitches when it comes out. I'm afraid of that too.
Yeah.
I got burned once.
Yeah, and I'm also afraid of waiting and then like it's really good and it's sold out. And
I'm wondering, like, it's weird because it's getting pushed on both Xburst and Eggman Gaming, which are the websites that have like the deck building utilities for Gundam. And I thought that was a weird jump of the gun. I couldn't help but wonder if they didn't get tossed some money to put that up. Like it's an ad kind of thing. And that makes me think it's not going to be a good game.
Well, I know it has tons of marketing because they're actually handing out like beta kits to like YouTubers and stuff, and they're kind of showing it off. That's probably what's happening to other things that probably failed really quickly. But a lot of the ones that I watch now, then again, you got to take with a grain of salt because they're getting free shit. They're probably lying and be like, "This is amazing, it's great." But there were some that were just like, "I don't know if this is gonna be big," but the cards look cool, and they do look.
They do.
Cool.
They do look cool. I agree with you.
But yeah, as far as that in the cardboard world, I'm kind of just being like, it's probably going to be Gundam. As far as me
just
getting
play a Mobile Suit Arena with us or with strangers, and if you like it, buy the cards. If you don't, don't.
Mm-hmm. Wrestling, on the other hand, I've been like peeking in to see what's going on because everything's been stupid lately. The only thing I like is Danhausen's segments where he calls the Bella twins the Bella clones. And then
curses people.
And he curses people. And he literally cursed I Show Speed, which makes me think that I Show Speed's going to be at WrestleMania and something bad is going to happen to him. Because remember, he got fucking killed by Braun Breaker at the Royal Rumble. And then he also got like kicked by Randy Orton at one of the big events and stuff. Actually, that might have been KSI. I don't know. Anyway, everything seems weird. Like they're bringing back the bloodline again. Like Jay and Jimmy are like now like this family, and you just insulted our bloodline, and go kill him, Roman. And the last episode is just Roman killing CM Punk and CM Punk laughing that he's in Roman's head. They're doing this.
How did he laugh if he was dead?
He didn't die. He didn't actually die. He just got put through a table.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dying is like what? Yeah. He called him old. He put him through a table. And then he laughed at him.
Mm-hmm. And Seth Rollins is stupid. He's in a mask and he has like fucking putty army, other fucking people in mask, and they do this weird thing where they all swarm around in the ring and you don't know who Seth Rollins is. And Paul Heyman got fucking curb stomped and he looked like, I don't know, just terrible shit happened to his face because he looked like he went through some shit.
He did that shit where he didn't sleep for a whole day and he showed up to TV. Like, he did that before.
And he said something like really fucking wild. Speaking of edgy about Invincible, he told Seth Rollins while he was being carted away by fake cops with no guns that Becky Lynch is gonna fuck with people in the locker room, like have sex with them, and he's gonna be divorced. And don't worry, I'm gonna take care of your kid for you.
Damn, he called his wife.
I saw the clip. Yeah, it's like, oh, your wife's gonna whore around, and then you're gonna lose custody of your kid. But don't worry, I'll take her and take care of her.
Yeah.
And then he snapped, and it was kind of corny. And also, doesn't like the whole putty thing kind of vaguely remind you of Revolution? Like or what was it? Retribution. That's what it was called. See, it's so bad. I don't remember the name of it. It's vaguely got that. Like they're not quite breaking shit down, and they don't have a guy that's wearing like that dumb shit on his face. What was the guy's name?
Mustafa Ali.
Well, there's that too. But like I remember what he wore. He wore like some really stupid mask.
Yeah, I forgot their Mad Max fucking type of style that was going on. They were all like anarchy and all that crap.
I mean, like literally, you could pigeonhole it into your like memory bank and just forget about it. But yeah, it's got some vague stuff like that. I've just been seeing clips, by the way. I have not been watching, but
yeah. Well, Vince, to give some context, this was like during the whole Antifa riot stuff. So I guarantee, like Vince, like watched it. He's like, I'm gonna do my own version, and that's what Retribution
was. Like Antifa. That's what I was thinking. It was like, they're sabotaging the show. They're destroying equipment.
Yeah,
they're rioting.
But short, like WrestleMania build up. The only thing I'm like kind of like thinking in my head, because Randy Orton was on the phone with somebody, and then recently, because Ted DiBiase Jr. fucking won his case, he was like on a stream and in the background talking on the phone, and he said to his lawyer, book April 19 Vegas. And I'm like, wait, is the $1 million
I thought that was just like a joke everybody was doing. Like now it's like, well, maybe he'll at least just be there.
Well, he's a heel, so like it's perfect, right?
I saw people like have theories about who he's talking to. So far, my favorite answer to that is he's talking to himself. He's not talking to anybody on the phone. It's like his voice. He's talking to his voices in his head on his fucking phone.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not. This is probably going to be the first WrestleMania that I'm not going to watch.
You have not watched other WrestleManias. That's not true.
That's in a long time, I will say, because I had a streak of probably since fucking Daniel Bryan
30.
Yeah. And I'm just not interested. And then next year is going to be in Saudi Arabia. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Will it be? Yeah. We don't know yet.
Yeah, it wouldn't be at the moment.
Yeah. As far as gaming, I had some money in my PlayStation wallet, and a new game came out that's very ambitious and had piqued my interest because the word sandbox was in it. I bought Crimson Desert.
That game.
Yeah. So
they made shit with AI in it. Do you hate it now?
No. I don't really care.
Okay.
Yeah. The story sucks. There's like literally no story because it's a sandbox, but like the puzzle, it doesn't hold your hand. It's not a Souls-like because a lot of people are saying that, and I could I could beat enemies in this game instead of just dodging and having stamina. There is a stamina bar, but it's not. It's a hack and slash.
I mean, if you got good, you could beat enemies in Dark Souls. That's on you.
I know.
Does it have stamina? Do you dodge? It's a Souls-like.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Is there a stamina bar? It's Souls-like.
Yeah.
I kind of love that, actually. That's funny.
That's what everybody fucking thinks.
Yeah, but so far I'm not rushing into anything. The puzzles are really fucking hard, and I'm not looking online for help. I'm actually like trying to solve it. I actually been writing shit down because there's clues throughout the game, and then you go solve the puzzle when you're there. Yeah, that's all I've done. I've been watching preseason baseball. Opening day was today. I saw the Yankees just fucking crush the Giants 7-0. My Mets are facing the Pirates tomorrow. If they lose to the Pirates on their first game, season over. Just saying. But that's all I've done. I'm kind of waiting for actually us to talk about Requiem. I almost said Rectum again because
Resident Evil 9 Rectum, yeah.
Damn near killed him.
Yeah, because a little backstory. Avalanche Reviews was streaming the game, and he wrote down Resident Evil 9 Rectum on his title. So, like, that's all I keep on thinking. About rectums. But me and Zach are going to be doing Lost in Nightmares. I know that we usually save that for the end of the episode, but I'm excited to talk about that. But
me too.
Yeah. I'm going to pass it off to Zach.
Okay. Well, I'll get my little bit of wrestling out of the way to kind of jump off you. I watched another Wrestling Bias video. It's about remember the Embrace the Hate storyline with John Cena?
Yeah.
It was so fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because looking back on it, like I remember at the time, like this is so dumb. And then it's like now, like what the hell did we fast forward like about 14, 15 years later? It's still stupid. It's still so stupid. It's funny because for a moment they had something like the core idea of the story was actually kind of interesting, which is like, Andy, you're enough of a layman. You probably know about this, but John Cena used to get mixed reactions all the time.
Well, yeah, he was like a rapper, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not why he got mixed reactions.
Oh, okay. I mean, because he's boring because he always wins.
Yeah.
Basically, they tried to push a guy that was like a Hulk Hogan kind of character post Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's tough sell, you know? But they tried their damnedest, and it caused the audience to fucking crack up. And it's like you have older wrestling fans that don't like that shit, and you have kids and women that like it. So he got split reaction, and Kane basically confronted him, and it was like, John, you're bombarded by hate all the time, and you try to pretend you're a good guy, but deep down you know you harbor hate, and you should embrace it so you can beat The Rock at WrestleMania because The Rock was coming back.
Oh, is that when they like did a close up to his like face and he was like breathing heavy and shit?
Yeah. It's after he beat up Jack Swagger. Remember, he beat the fuck out of him, and then he was like, he was like shaking and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
he did that face when he like fucking buried Nexus too. He like they did a close up to his face. And he's like, and
this is back when John Cena couldn't act.
Yeah.
I'm so happy he figured it out.
He figured out acting, thank God.
By the way, John Cena better actor than The Rock. Come at me.
For sure. Yeah.
John Cena. I don't think that's a hot take.
Yeah, no, that's whatever.
Not even a hot take.
Who cares?
Well, that's the best answer.
God, it was so silly though. But I'm moving on to other things. I started Victory Gundam today. I watched 2 episodes because that's all I could fit in.
Did they achieve victory yet?
Oh no.
Are they all dead yet?
I got 48 episodes to go.
Gotcha. All right.
But I'll say this: the animation's good. I think I noted in the Gundam chat, it's like, hey, this is where their 90s style came from. It started here because we've talked about it before.
Opinions about that statement.
Well, I don't dislike the 90s art style.
I don't dislike it at all. In fact, I'm very nostalgic for the look of Wing, 8th MS Team, G Gundam. But the flip side of that coin is I like the look of Zeta and especially Stardust Memory way more.
Well, see, Zeta is good, but then there's also times where I don't think it looks good.
They were different studios, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Victory looked good from what I've seen.
The thing you get the bad part you get into like the 90s house style, I'll call it, is sometimes they repeat animations too much. Like it happened in Wing a decent bit. But
same Leo gets blown up a few times.
Yeah, and I don't remember G Gundam doing it a bunch, But yeah.
Well, of course they reuse. It's like Power Rangers. They reuse the same animation. This hand of mine is glowing red. Blah blah. Blah. It's the exact same. You know.
That makes sense, and that's not as egregious.
Yeah,
as
I get why it's happening.
Yeah,
bless you.
Damn.
Gave all of his love and his hate and all of his sorrow with that one.
Yeah, he did. But Victor Gundam started off strange because like I was watching it and it's like literally you're just dropped into this shit that's happening. Like that's what it feels like. And you're like, what's the fuck's going on? Who's this kid? What's happening?
That's how Star Wars starts.
Yeah, but give me a second. And I noticed people in the comments were like, this isn't episode 1. This is actually episode 2. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is he saying? Fuck? Yeah, so like, I was like, whatever. I just watched it anyway. And then when I went to episode 2, they're like, this is actually episode 1. It's not episode 2. I'm like, what is happening?
Where are you watching it?
YouTube. But this is why they were saying that. So what happened was they did their episodes in a certain order, the production team did. And then somebody from like the TV side, like, you know, and the company was like, we need you to change the orders of the episodes because in the first episode, the Gundam doesn't appear. We want the Gundam to appear in the first episode. You can't.
I mean, I get it.
And I was like, oh, so the first 4 or 5 episodes are like kind of jumbled up in like what order they're supposed to be in. And after that, it's completely linear.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of odd, but whatever. I don't have a lot to say about it right now because I'm only 2 in, but like it's interesting. Like I'm interested in it. The mobile suits have like this. There seems to be more of an emphasis on like stuff is a plane or a helicopter and it transforms. Sort of, yeah. I guess it's the toyetic part of it that's kind of rearing its head a little bit, but it also kind of feels like the technology is advanced because Victory Gundam's supposed to take place in Universal Century later, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It's quite a bit ahead of like where we still do stuff at. Like, I think it's like 140 UC or something like that. But they have like they transform to helicopters. They have beam propellers or whatever the fuck. It's not like metal rotors. It's interesting.
Rad.
They also use it as a shield. It'll spin and it'll deflect fucking beams and shit. Like that's kind of cool.
Neat.
But yeah, don't got much else to say about it yet. Maybe later. I watched Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
It was really good. I liked it. But I'm here to report I'm one of those weirdos that likes the first movie more.
You're like me.
Enough. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like I can understand liking the first one more, but still, Wrath of Khan's a classic. That's a good movie.
It's a really good movie. I still really like it. Yeah, but like I remember being a lot more pumped up about the first one when I got done.
Are you gonna watch Search for Spock?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them all. Because this whole thing, this Star Trek shit, I watched the Deep Space Nine thing, and it had like, Chaz had the effect of, I gotta go watch Deep Space Nine. For me, it was like, I want to go watch Next Gen. The opposite effect.
Look, just a minor recommendation. Don't wait too long between 2, 3, and 4. Watch them all in the next month or two. That's the way to do it.
I'm pretty much gonna,
because like when one ends, the next one starts. Like bam.
I noticed, when I was reading the synopsis of everything, I was like, okay, they have like an ongoing story ever since.
So you're gonna want to have it fresh in your mind when you start Search for Spock and Voyage Home.
I think I'm just gonna like watch them on my free time, like.
Oh, I can't wait for you to watch.
And they're not that long either. I noticed none of them are like over 2 hours. They're all like just underneath 2 hours.
Yeah, it was a different time.
It was great.
And then skip 5 and watch 6, The Undiscovered Country. Hell yeah, let's go.
No, I'm gonna watch them all.
And then watch all the Planet of the Apes movies. There you go.
No, I don't like monkeys.
Whoa.
I'm like Lord Frieza about that.
No, okay.
Lord Frieza is right. They had an inferior culture. All he tried to do is extend his hand and help them up. And what did they do? They slapped it away. They spat the food he tried to give to the back of his face. So you know what he did? He fixed the problem.
I mean,
That's DBZ, right?
Yeah, it's DBZ.
Okay.
Why don't you watch Dragon Ball? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, why won't you watch Dragon Ball? What the fuck?
Yeah, Dubs. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I made a Cell Games reference. You're like, what the fuck is that?
It looks like a concrete pad.
That was, like it took me genuine minutes to figure out why Dubs couldn't figure out what you were referencing. I was like, oh yeah, he's never watched Dragon Ball. He's a freak.
I was like zooming into the picture. I'm like, is this like some fucking giant chessboard or like a giant board game?
Just watch Dragon Ball Z till the end of the Cell games. You can stop after that. You don't have to watch the rest of it.
What does he mean by cell? Are cells the individual blocks of concrete within the larger pad? Is this the meaning to life?
I only know Splinter Cell, brother.
Splinter Cell.
Are we all prisoners? Maybe this is all a dream.
I played some games too though on the side. Oh wait, no, I forgot. I wanted to finish saying something about Star Trek too before I move that. It's weird to me that Kirstie Alley is like a major supporting character in a Star Trek thing.
It's kind of weird.
I was like, what? I know she wasn't really anybody yet at that time, like not really. So she was just starting to get into stuff. And what was she on? Was it Cheers?
Yeah, Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Cheers was just starting back then, I think, right? So
I don't know the timeline of that. I do like Cheers though. It's a good show.
I think Cheers ran all the way through the 80s up until like 92 or something.
And then Frasier.
But still it was pretty cool. It was cool to see Khan
93.
93. So I was just a little bit off there.
She's not in all of it though, is she?
No.
No, yeah.
Nah, she got too big for her britches and then ruined her life or something.
She got fat.
But it was cool to see the payoff to that Khan episode of Star Trek, actually play out.
Khan?
I've still to this day not seen the episode.
We watched it.
I've seen Wrath of Khan several times. Did we?
That was one of the episodes I picked.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, when they were on that spaceship and he's like,
came back to him,
yeah.
Yeah,
And Kirk fought.
It's funny though, because he's like, he set me up for failure. It's like, well, like, so you're assuming he dropped you off this planet that he knew the star was gonna.
They got him.
They got me when I was trying to talk about Khan.
Damn.
But no, yeah, we just dropped him off of this planet where they knew all the stars going to explode and fuck it up, and fuck you. You're going to be stranded here, and it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he had like this henchman who was like, I guess his second in command dude. That guy looked really familiar, by the way, and I need to look him up because I was like, I know I've seen him in something, but I can't place it. He had multiple moments where he's like, we stole their ship. We have the Genesis shit. Let's just go and actually make a good plan. So, no, I have to get fucking revenge.
I understand. He doesn't. He's a broken man.
Yeah.
They'll chase him round the flames of perdition and back, or whatever he says. I don't know, some epic shit.
It was. That's what he said. It was cool though. I really enjoyed it. I played some Marvel Rivals again. I took a break for a little bit because the Battle Pass wasn't cool last season.
Marvel Rivals, what's that?
It's that game that we played one time that you haven't played for months because I don't know. You come up with excuses.
It's still using up 90 gigs of my hard drive space or some shit.
I keep saying it. Go play. You don't want to play. You just I don't know what you do in your free time.
Hey, what new character got released? Oh, is Black Cat out yet?
No, she's next. White Fox and then Black Cat.
Wow, what creative names for these superheroes. I love it.
Yeah.
He said with a smile.
Yeah.
I don't care. They fuck up Black Cat's appearance, so I'm all about it.
White Fox, Black Cat, Chelsea Blue.
She's a newer character. She debuted in 2014. I was like, who the fuck is that? That's why I didn't know. But she's pretty cool. She's a support, but she's a little more offensive than other supports are.
Mm.
So don't have much else to say about it otherwise, though. It's fun. But, played some more Final Fantasy Tactics. Remember when I said I was almost done?
Yes.
I decided I've taken a detour because there's a series of dungeons that were in the game that I completely forgot about.
Are they optional?
Yes, they're optional.
Oh, okay. I might know what you mean then. Didn't they add it later? It's
No, it was in the original game apparently, but I remember why I never did them because, or at least I thought I did. So there's this. They used to call it like Deep Dungeon or some shit in the original translation. It wasn't translated right or whatever. It was like a series of 9 or 10 dungeons where it was like pitch black and you couldn't see any of the terrain. The whole reason you go to do this, though, is there's hidden items. Like you have to have Treasure Hunter, like for your movement ability on one of your characters, for them to like find these items. The thing is, you don't know where anything is. So it's dark. You can't see the tiles. You're just guessing.
Just look it up.
Well, you couldn't look it up back then.
Well, not back then, clearly, yeah, but
you can now. But here's the thing:
you can go buy an issue of tips and tricks.
Yeah, or like the official the official Prima strategy guide that I didn't have.
Game Shark.
But I remember reading about that on the internet though back then. I was like, I don't want to do this dungeon. Fuck this. It sounds like a pain in the ass, and I never did it. I found out they weren't telling the truth about it's dark all the time in there. That's not true. So apparently, when you kill guys, you know how they used to leave crystals behind after they like fade away. You know, sometimes
do they light the area?
They light the area, and they never fucking said that.
Neat.
So you can look, you can see, but more importantly, some fucking hero designed some kind of like web site where he has like detailed maps of like where everything is in Final Fantasy Tactics.
There it is.
And it's all in like it's all in 3D. You can spin it around. And it shows you exactly what tile we're like.
Oh yeah, it's a TISM, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy rules. Now I'm going to do this because I've never done it before. I have a guide and I could get some really awesome items I've never had in the game before. So I decided I'm going to do it.
Nice.
I'm only 2 in. It takes a little bit of time to do each level, but like, you also have to be careful not to kill everybody before you decide you want to leave, because then it just automatically ends the level. And if you don't find the exit, you don't advance to the next level.
Oh.
So you have to do it again.
Lame.
But
it's kind of lame, actually.
It is a little lame, but now that I know where all the exits are, and I can do things like cast slow on everybody and make them slower than me, and I can take all the turns I want, it's fine.
Fair.
I've been playing Gundam card game. I'm still doing shit, trying to make decks, trying to get ready for new type challenge. I don't have too much else to say about that right now, but other than I'm probably going to start switching to some other archetypes pretty soon.
Before or after new type?
Oh, before. I mean, like, this is all just me experimenting. Like, nothing's concrete, other than the 2 decks I've talked about before.
We got, 5 days? We got 5 days.
Yeah, it's fine. Right. Titans and Clan. It's going to be either or. But I'm probably going to try red-blue. And I might try white-red with Zaft, because I have all the shit I can do that with, actually.
White-red with spell slinging? Like, you going to do a bunch of command cards, or?
Well, maybe. It depends on how, like, the Zaft build goes. What I come up with.
It's kind of a shame. It looks like Zaft is going to be a lot better after the next set drops.
Yeah, it'll be even better. Yeah. But it's still, hey, somebody played that and got all the way to like the top 4 or whatever, or top 8 in nationals.
You can get to top 4 in a measly old new type challenge then.
Maybe. But I'm kind of looking at doing a blue-red too. I used to have pretty good success with that before, and I have not tried it since with like all the new cards that have come out.
Do it.
But that's it. It's everything I did.
Whoa. That means it's my turn, and I get to go last.
No, we're done.
I also played Gundam. No, I played Gundam cards a lot. I built a new deck, and I'm kind of annoyed because week before last it did pretty decent, and then this week it did really terrible. So I don't know, but for the new type challenge, I'm definitely playing the one I played before that, the clan deck that won locals twice. So
was it just like bad luck? Did you feel like you got shit draws or?
Yeah, no, I definitely did. Like one game I didn't see a pilot, and one game, I don't know, some other cosmic bullshit happened. That's totally not my fault.
Cosmic bullshit.
Card game stuff.
That's why I maintain.
I'm going to play that clan deck. I need to work it out. I need to figure out if Mav Tactics stays in or comes out. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I watched more Zeta. I'm almost done with it. I got a little sidetracked from finishing it. I think I've got like 5 episodes left. They activated the colony laser at Grips, so it's like it's coming down. It's coming down to it.
The shit's coming down.
Yep, they made the Death Star basically.
No, not the Death Star. I've heard that thing's dangerous.
The final thing is we were watching DS9 and I love watching DS9. So I wanted to watch more Star Trek and I thought about rewatching some DS9. Then I thought, no, it might make more sense. I need to pick up Voyager where I left it off. So I was trying to figure out where I'd left off with Voyager and I wanted to finish Zeta before we got to this episode just so I could talk about the end of Zeta a little bit. But I made a huge miscalculation. And I started Trailer Park Boys from the beginning.
Okay.
I just wanted something easy to watch and funny one evening. So I was like, Trailer Park Boys, I'll watch that. And usually my last couple of rewatches have started in season 2-ish or something. I hadn't rewatched season 1 in a while because for some reason I thought it wasn't as good. I guess it's not. But season 1's still hilarious and it's only 6 episodes. So I'd watched season 1 in like 24 hours, like spaced across that evening, the next morning with breakfast and whatever. And now I'm like halfway through season 4, and I guess I'm just It's time. I rewatch Trailer Park Boys every 1.5 to 2 years. It's time. So
you did
rewatching Trailer Park Boys. God damn it, the show's so fucking good.
I mean, what do you do when the liquor that starts to do the talking? You know.
That's right. Well, it's a classic show, but it's. Man, unless someone has seen it, it's kind of hard to explain what you like about it. But whatever. I did a bunch of other Gundam stuff, and of course, I'm still doing Big Trouble reps. Today, like I said, I got notification. Perfect Order's on the way. We're gonna have it Friday, so I'll open it then, and I'm gonna have lots of more Gundam stuff to open and all kinds of cool stuff. And besides that, we're doing a new thing. Someone's giving an elevator pitch each time. Chaz, give me an elevator pitch for Turbo Blaze.
Turbo Blaze? I mean, are you interested in Pokemon but think Standard seems boring? Oh no, Dragon Pulse is the best. And it gets tiresome to play against. What if I told you could just play with your favorite type and your favorite Pokemon and have fun, but also still be competitive? Yeah, play Gym Leader Challenge. It's the best format in Pokemon TCG. And if you like that type of thing and like content about how to play those games and the best decks, you should check out Turbo Blaze GLC on YouTube, where my team and I make tons of content on events that we host, and we have tons of content on the decks we've made. Well, I think it's a great time. Come join us.
Wow, perfect. I was really scared that when I said elevator pitch, someone would go over, but that was perfect. And then, of course, you can also catch, and like I said, each episode we're going to do a new elevator pitch. So you guys be thinking about what you're going to do to pitch Lost in Nightmares, not Living in Nightmares.
Living in Nightmares, yeah.
I'll let Zach handle that.
When are you going to record that new episode?
Friday.
Oh, what?
Friday. Gotcha. So no getting some collar this week.
Well, we already did that.
Yeah, we did Monday.
Man, you guys are busy.
That's Dub's fault.
Yeah, actually, it's my job's fault, and I already fucked him in the ass for tomorrow. So yeah.
He ate the time traveling meat and said no work.
Well, don't let it be for nothing. Make sure you go subscribe to Getting Some Color if you like wrestling, and Lost in Nightmares if you like horror gaming. Yeah. And if you like us, make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this web zone. And also, you can follow us on iTunes and Google Podcast and Spotify and anywhere. I like Podcast Addict myself. It's got a stupid name, but it's a very good little program. So follow us there also. And make sure you watch more Star Trek. It's Voyager. It's late Voyager. So,
and we're gonna get even later.
Ahoy. Yeah, we're gonna stay in Voyager a week after. Spoiler alert. So make sure you do that, and then come back next week, and we will talk about more Star Trek. Thanks for watching and listening.
Later.